In today's video, I take one of Europe's hidden gem sleeper trains, which runs only in the summer. We'll take a close look at the Hungarian sleeper cars, the gorgeous restaurant and the food on board, and enjoy some of the stunning scenery on this overnight trip from Croatia to Hungary. This train isn't even that expensive, and I'll tell you how I booked and what it cost in the video. It's the iconic Adria train, which runs from sunny Split to beautiful Budapest. We're in Split, Croatia's second city, a crossroads between Central and Southeastern Europe, and it happens to be one of my favourite places to visit in summer. Its gorgeous old town echoes its eclectic history, from ancient Greece and the Byzantine Empire to its time in the Venetian Republic to its absorption into Yugoslavia. I've had a great day and decided to turn up for my train about an hour early. My travels to Split had taken me from Rome in Italy, taking a couple of trains and an overnight ferry to get here from Ancona, and the left luggage facilities are therefore very welcome, although be aware it is a little cheaper to use one of the small shops just outside the station to store your bags. Split's main railway station has been around in some form or other since 1877. It's one of the more unassuming European railway terminuses you'll find, and even on this peak summer evening, there are just 6 departures scheduled. Many tourists arrive in Split from elsewhere in Croatia by bus, and therefore the station has a curious backwater feel, not even a footbridge, and the old buildings here have certainly seen better days. Croatia has recovered spectacularly since the Yugoslav wars of the 1990s, but Split Station remains unusual in being unkempt and forgotten in this otherwise stunning city. All of that said, there is a rake of smart sleeper cars waiting just across the tracks to take me into Hungary this evening. They've just been brought in from the sidings, and the locomotive is running around to lead the train back out of the station. Today's train is formed of these gorgeous blue carriages from MAV-Start, the passenger division of the Hungarian state railways. There are 2 sleeper cars on the Adria today, plus a real treat, a dining car with a little secret we'll discover later. 4 couchette cars are also present, and we'll pick up 2 seated cars at the Hungarian border, which act as a day train for commuters into Budapest. We're all set for a summer evening departure. 14 hours of travel lie ahead of us. Okay, time to find the sleeper berth. We're in, I think, the second car, which is 423, and I'm in berth number 32. So here goes. Today's video is sponsored by Surfshark, an award-winning VPN, virtual private network. Now, there are loads of great reasons to use Surfshark, from leveraging lower prices online to protecting your online identity. I've travelled over 1 million miles by plane and train, so believe me, I know that physically changing your location to have all the benefits of a new place really works out sometimes, and just wait until you see how much the beers cost in this video. But what if you could just pretend to be somewhere else and still reap some of the benefits? That's where Surfshark comes in. Surfshark is really important to me because it helps me bounce my device's location to wherever is convenient for me. One of the biggest drawbacks to foreign travel is that when I'm abroad, my bank often puts a security block on my card and makes me authorise everything via an app. If I'm making purchases while I'm abroad in Morocco, Malaysia, or even Mallorca, I make sure that I have the UK location enabled on my VPN while I'm doing so. This means there's no messing about with my banking app, and it's unlikely I'll be blocked from using my card. On the other side of the coin, sometimes websites can be fussy about being accessed from overseas, and setting your location to the home country often gets around that. Surfshark is an incredible tool. It's my travel Swiss Army knife, and I don't know where I'd be without it. And of course, for you, my viewers, there is a very special deal. Secure your privacy with Surfshark. Enter coupon code WINGINIT for an extra 3 months for free at surfshark.deals/WINGINIT. Go ahead and get yourself sorted right now. I have solo occupancy of my 3-berth sleeper today. We'll talk a bit more about fares later in the video.
Whoa, it is hot in here.
As we've still got about 20 minutes to departure, let's take a quick look at the sleeper cabin. If you manage to speak to a travel agent or book at a station, you can request adjoining cabins if travelling in a group, and this sliding door will let you have a connected suite of sorts. The doors can only be locked from the inside, so be wary of this, but I've never had a problem with security on any European sleeper train. There are temperature and lighting controls near roof level, and you should watch out for the small luggage rack, which will take just about a small rucksack. There's no large baggage storage on this train. You'll find numerous places to charge your devices, and heating, not that you'll need it on this summer-only train, is provided by a radiator by the window. This is a 3-berth sleeper with only 1 bed deployed. You can get the attendant to convert the bed back into seat mode, but I recommend spending your free time in the dining car, which we'll look at shortly after departure. These Hungarian sleeper cars are excellent and very comfortable, and a fitting place to spend a night. After departure, the attendant makes a quick check of my ticket and passport. There are now no formal passport stops on this route since Croatia acceded to Schengen in January 2023, but you still need ID to support your ticket. Today's route takes us from Split, making the gentle and picturesque climb to Knin. We proceed to Ogulin, where the train gains an electric locomotive and reverses through Zagreb and onto the Hungarian border village Jekenyes, where we take on a Hungarian locomotive, reverse again, and head to Budapest alongside Lake Balaton, a total of 825 kilometers by rail.
Oh wow, look at this.
This is one of MAV's famous dining cars, but not just any old one. This one used to form part of the Hungarian Governemental train and is of a unique design. There are flip-up seats at every table, and the retro feel to the car only adds to the charm of this super little gem of a train. Hungary's dining cars are really something. They take all major credit cards, including Amex, and even cash in loads of different currencies, even English sterling notes apparently, and with preset exchange rates, which is pretty transparent. The prices are also insanely low for such a captive market. There's plenty of choice for good, solid food, even if there's nothing fancy on board, and a cold beer for €1.70 is just impossible to turn down on such a warm summer evening. Now, this really is the way to travel. Our northwesterly climb out of Split is slow, and we make several stops to allow other trains to pass. And the dining car is getting pretty busy. I really recommend getting here as early as possible, because it was almost full less than half an hour after departure. If you look carefully by the track, you can still see signal cables. This rural line is still controlled by the signal box manipulating levers attached to cables which pull points to set the route. My dinner cost me just over €20. A spaghetti bolognese, a bottle of Coke and a delicious honey cake with coffee, plus 3 cold beers. Surely the best deal on any dining car in Europe. Our ascent continues and Split Airport can be seen to the left. There's a project to link the railway to the airport with suburban trains, which will hopefully be completed by 2026. The line reaches a beautiful wild plateau, and for me, this is the scenic highlight of the route, the remote Dalmatian hinterland being the perfect setting for the relentless march of our train northeast towards Kneen.
It's been about 2.5 hours since we left Split, and it has been an amazing trip already. That is probably the best value dining car I've come across in Europe. Wow. Anyway, we're stuck here at Kosovo station. You can see over my shoulder. Pretty sure we're here for timetabling reasons to let a train go past us, and then we'll be heading on up towards Zagreb and then Budapest tomorrow morning. I'm sure you're all wondering how much I paid and how I booked this ticket, so let's cut right to it.
I used MAV's own site to buy these tickets, and you should too. It's easy to use and find availability. You basically have 2 main options on this train. You can settle for a 6-berth shared couchette like this from €49, or a 4-berth shared couchette from €59, but if you want a solo sleeper like me, it'll set you back a pretty affordable €143 for exclusive occupancy. The train runs only on Tuesdays, Fridays and Sundays, and booking starts 60 days ahead of travel. The first run in 2024 is on the 9th of June. Other than a few snacks, there's one other essential I brought on board: some hygiene wipes. It's unclear if this train is supposed to have a shared shower or not, reports differ, but there wasn't one on this train according to the attendant, and I'm quite glad I came prepared. Just as the light has almost totally faded, we're treated to the spectacular sight of Kneen Fortress on the outskirts of the city. A fortress has been here since the 9th century and guards the valley, which has been an important transport corridor for as long as humans have inhabited the region. This evening we stop here briefly to take on just a couple of passengers. The station building is from much more recent times, of course, dating from the Yugoslav era, although the Dalmatian Railway was connected here from Split as far back as 1888. Kneen was connected to Zagreb in 1925, and it's there we're headed next. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please don't forget to subscribe. You'll join a community of hundreds of thousands of other Trip Report enthusiasts exploring the world with me. I make it time for bed. We're due in Budapest just after 9 AM tomorrow.
Good night.
Sleeper passengers get an inclusive breakfast in the dining car, which is definitely very welcome.
Good morning. We're about 90 minutes away from Budapest now. Looks like we're actually on time, having picked up a delay overnight. We are right back on track, and I've ordered eggs and bacon. Now, they may come Hungarian style. Let's just see what the dining car serves up this morning, shall we?
Breakfast was delicious and really hearty and set me up nicely for the day. Dining cars are just so civilised. Let me know what your favourite dining car experience has been in the comments below. One thing we've not covered yet, the bathrooms on this train are at the end of each carriage. No sleepers have any en suites, so they're all shared. However, they were really clean and well maintained for the whole trip.
Just after 9 o'clock, and we've arrived at Budapest Kelenföld station, which is the one just outside of the Budapest city centre. Now, it's absolutely typical. I've had a wonderful trip on this train, but every time that I travel I always find something else, some other inspiration for another trip I want to do, and right next to me here is the Continental Classic Express. Now that is one heck of a charter train.
The stunning Budapest Keleti station heaves into view, signifying the end of our odyssey from the seafront at Split to this marvellous city straddling the Danube. We arrive alongside the train for Bucharest, another one I'll need to try sometime.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. And there you have it, Croatia to Hungary in 14 hours. What a trip.
I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you so much again to Surfshark for sponsoring it. Secure your privacy with Surfshark. Enter coupon code WINGINIT for an extra 3 months for free at surfshark.deals/wingingit. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.